Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Highly Illogical podcast. My name is Trevor Shelby. I'm your host, and joining me are my co-hosts.
Thomas Buddha, Kenny, whatever you want to call me, I don't know.
And I'm Tim Reese.
All right. That was an intro. That, my friends, was where it's at.
Nailed it.
So how's everybody
Hey, I think we got a third one or a fourth one.
That we did
Doing
that
good,
first
thanks.
try. We did a first try. That was amazing on our parts that we actually were able to pull that off. So
Just we're naturals is what it is.
yes. So how is everybody?
I'm doing all right.
I've had a kind of a shit day, but I'm on vacation now, so.
Oh, there you go. So I think we should do some introductions. Kind of give ourselves a little bit of background and how we know each other. My name's Trevor Shelby, and these two guys are my friends. And we've been friends for quite a while. And we decided that we want to do a podcast. So that's what we did.
Aww.
Okay. I'm Thomas, Buddha, Tom, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. I've known Trevor for years. We have a pact. We can't set anyone up on dates or anything like that.
Yeah, no more.
Because that ends horribly.
Mm-hmm.
I've known him since Frontier City. I've known Tim, who's below me at this point. I don't know what it will be on yours, so I'll do both. Tim.
Just point out on you.
Okay. So I met Tim through Trevor a year ago when we tried to set up a different podcast, but this one is the one that finally came to be.
Yep, this one's gonna hit. Is it me now?
Yeah,
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing over here.
Tim Reese.
All right,
Guy. You.
I'm Tim Reese. I mostly go by Reese, but for the sake of the podcast, we're the Triple T's. I'm Tim. I want to welcome everybody to the show and thank you for watching. If you are, if you're not, then you suck at life. Of course, you're not going to hear this if you're not watching, are you? Nah.
Nah.
Catch 22. Nah.
Anyways,
Anyways,
watching the first episode to be highly illogical.
Nailed it. Anyways, all right. So I've known Trevor since we was wee little guys. I met him in elementary school in Choctaw, and we lost touch for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I think junior high was the last time we saw each other. Yeah. And met back up last year for New Year's, and now here we are.
Yeah. Podcasting.
Yeah.
With the pods.
Doing this dirty deed.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got quite a few ideas of what we're going to do with the show, what we're planning with Highly Illogical. It's more than just podcasts. It's several things. We've got some other things in the works. We've got a YouTube. If you like YouTube, you can see our faces, our big, beautiful faces on YouTube. And we'll have several videos on there shortly, hopefully. And but you can also join us on just about any podcasting network out there. This is our first one, but we're so cool. We've already been accepted. I put the word out. I was like, "Hey, guys, we're starting a podcast."
Because you have so many podcasts
and they were like,
applied for already.
I don't want to hear it, Tom.
I mean, you've got 6.
The key is volume.
3 going on when we were doing the wrestling. I mean, geez. They already know who you are.
Yeah, it's this guy. Anyways, but yeah, no, we just got the letter right before the show started. We're on Apple Podcasts, so that's cool. One of the largest networks out there. I'm excited. And then Spotify, all them places, where it counts, I guess. So you can find us just about anywhere. We'll also have kind of a gaming channel. The stuff going on. So definitely check us out, subscribe. Also, I'd like to make mention that this podcast is, brought to you by our own little store. The link will be in the description of this video. We have brand new t-shirts. We got a limited edition t-shirt. That's our highly illogical t-shirt. So 2020 edition.
Yeah, as opposed to our old t-shirts.
Yeah, it's it's limited edition, as in it's gonna stop selling when I take it off. So
please don't take it off. I don't think anyone wants to see that.
We will tip you to keep it on, bud.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
that reminds me of college. I was paid to put my clothes back on.
Oh, that's sad, Buddha.
Shared all the good stories.
We love you, bud.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, we got a little logo there. So, yeah. So, something I noticed this week, and we all kind of following the format of the show. We're gonna kind of talk about different things going on in the world of pop culture, in the world itself, just about whatever we want. Honestly. Something I wanted to bring up, which is either of you two a Harry Potter fan? Either.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like Harry Potter.
Okay, massive Harry Potter fan, and like right now, I've been like when I'm at work typing away, I've got the audiobooks in my head right now, and I've been doing it on Audible, and I'm on the second book. I'm right at the end right now.
Have you read the newest one yet?
No, not yet. But I'm just kind of like going through everything. So this is kind of cool. If you go to wizardingworld.com, you can check out the first chapter of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, or the Philosopher's Stone, depending on where you're from. And Daniel Radcliffe he reads the entire first chapter of the book, and I guess what they're gonna have is, I guess, all of the different actors and actresses that have to do with the Harry Potter series is going to step in and also read. Right now they've got Daniel Radcliffe, Stephen Fry, David Beckham. Was he in Harry Potter?
I don't.
Maybe it's an
so.
English thing. I don't know. Anyways, Dakota Fanning. Just a lot of big names.
Dakota Fanning wasn't even in it.
I don't know. They're all gonna read a chapter though, and that's pretty cool. And so I listened to the Daniel Radcliffe. He did an awesome job. He does it on video, which I think is amazing, because there are so many times that just reading that book, I would just mispronounce something and have to start over. Especially if you're doing like a video. So
sounds like me when I read J.R.R. Tolkien's books.
Yeah.
Or if you try and read Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Thrones really got me because of all the different characters. This is before the show actually came out, when I was reading it. And I couldn't keep all the characters straight. I didn't know, like, I would start another book and I'm like, oh, there's it's talking about so-and-so, galloping through the woods or whatever. I'm like, who the heck is this? And he's been in the last book, but I mean, there's so many characters.
Well, I tried to start reading it, and I made like 5 chapters in. I was like, am I even reading the words right? Because it's, there's some weird languages in there, and the names don't even make sense.
Yeah. But and on the topic of Harry Potter, what is your guys' favorite book? That kind of tells you what kind of like person you are, based upon.
Does it though? Does it?
It does.
Does it? Because I've only seen the movies.
Which one? You only see the movies. Oh, you can't even
I've
answer
only
this
seen the
question.
movies.
Yeah, you can. You can go ahead. Which is your favorite movie?
Oh, you're gonna ask me? Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
Was probably the Deadly Hollows, both movies put together, if they would have just done that, released them together, made like one long 6-hour movie.
Yeah, that'd be a very long movie. That book, to me, wasn't my favorite because it kind of drug on in the middle. To me, my favorite book would probably have to be The Order of the Phoenix. I kind of like you're kind of like, you got your toe getting dipped into the, it's getting a little more adult here, and things are getting serious, and so that's probably my favorite. How about you, Tim Reese?
Well, favorite movie out of the Harry Potter's Prisoner of Azkaban. Favorite book, well, I'd have to say author, really, is actually going to be not Robert Aspirin, Discworld. Oh, man, I forgot my own favorite author. That's awesome.
The Discworld series?
Come back to me on that. Yeah, the Discworld series. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one I've yet to touch on.
Terry Pratchett.
There you go.
Man, that was going to drive me crazy.
I know this series. I've never touched it. Never
and then
thought about it.
Which Sex and the City character I am is I have no idea. I've never watched it.
I'm April. I don't know. I just made that up. Hopefully there's not an April on the show and she's a terrible person. Hopefully she's a good person.
It's Sex and the City. I'm pretty sure they're all bad people. I think. I don't know.
Y'all like horror books?
Yes.
I do.
Like zombie books?
Yes.
I've never read one.
Here. Is it
By the Bloods of Heroes by Joseph and Nassisi. Joseph.
World War One pilot. Zombies.
Sweet.
There you go.
So, yeah.
I liked World War Z was a good book.
World War Z has an interesting history.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks' son wrote it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, is that why the last name is Brooks?
Yeah.
The author's.
Well, that's not why his last name is Brooks, but Mel Brooks' son wrote it.
Makes sense. I mean,
just because his last name is Brooks doesn't make him,
I know, but it does in this case. So I have a 100% success rate of seeing that happening. So
that apple kind of fell a little far from the tree, didn't it? I mean, as far as Mel Brooks is,
Mel Brooks being comedy and him being like a horror.
Yeah, exactly.
He's also got a book called The Zombie Survival Guide.
Yeah, I did not like the movie. I'm in that camp. It had nothing to do with
World War
the book.
Z.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the Zombie Survival Guide yet.
Yeah, World War Z, not my favorite film. I seen it once. It was in theaters. I was really confused the whole time because I was like, this is not in the book. I don't know where this is going. I was really looking forward to seeing the blind samurai chopping zombies up with the power of the Force, but
they didn't describe the main character to look like Brad Pitt.
Yeah, exactly. So what else is going on out there in the world?
There's planning a live action Uncharted movie.
Really?
Yeah.
The Uncharted video game series?
Yeah. I mean, it's in the planning stages, is what I heard. So
that's
of course,
cool.
Who knows if it'll actually come out after all this.
Starring The Rock, of course.
No.
Oh,
no.
never mind.
Actually, it's starring who was it? Star-Lord, who plays him? Star-Lord. He was in The Office,
Oh, yeah, that guy, the Office dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name? Chris Pratt.
Pratt. Yeah. Wait.
Chris Pratt wasn't in The Office.
Yeah. You lost me there.
He was in Parks and Rec.
Parks and Recreation, dude. Yeah.
There
Parks
we
and
go.
Recreation, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, Star-Lord.
My bad.
Now, why did that not click?
See, when he said Star-Lord, I was thinking of like the
Guardians
Pixar
of the Galaxy.
movie. I didn't
go there. I was thinking of
yeah, no,
something in the
it's a good movie.
1980s.
I love it, but
I
calm
lost
down,
it.
bud. Calm down. You're okay.
I'm hurt.
You're hurt. I'm sorry. But you know me in Marvel movies. Oh, he left.
All right. Well,
there he is.
the show must go on.
Well, I was saying, you know me in Marvel movies. I only really catch them when we're cruising. So.
And we haven't cruised.
We haven't cruised in a while. There's something going on in the world that's preventing me from getting on a boat right now, and I'm not happy about it. So.
You're not. I was supposed to be in Vegas.
I know. Well, we both were. So don't even.
That's nice. Nobody invited me.
We did.
We did?
Oh.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah. You didn't get the invite?
Yay! I got invited. They're lying, but yay!
Yeah. Anyways, no, seriously though. Yeah, that's okay. With everything that's going on right now, one of the reasons why we do this show the way we do it is social distancing. And what is one of the positive things that's kind of come out of this? Do you guys know anything positive? Can you think of anything? Because I got one in my head. I was thinking about it today, and it's the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. And I'm excited about it.
That's happened to us personally?
Because of this social distancing thing. Can you think of anything positive? Because
I'm
about to throw some positivity in your faces.
The only thing I know that's positive is there's actually families hanging out together.
Yeah. That's one positive thing. My positive thing is
I would concur. That's a good one.
Anybody in my family can probably agree, and I'm talking extended family, really. I am socially awkward, and
this is true.
If I do not know you, I'm not going to talk to you. If I don't know you well, I'm not going to talk to you. And if I'm in a party, I'm just going to be like this.
I've witnessed that.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So this whole thing has really this is what it's excited me. I always have this awkward moment when I get my pizza, and the guy's handed it to me. He wants to be social. You got to give him a tip. You're like, oh, thanks for the pizza, man. It's a cool car, and whatever. And so I don't know what to say to him. Well,
you
now
just say thank you and give him his tip, and
Pizza Hut now has this
How
deal
many
where
pizza delivery guys have you had that have had a cool car?
I don't know, none of them really. But Pizza Hut now has this thing. It's a social distancing. Like you click it, and they leave your pizza on the porch, and they leave. They knock on your door, and they get out of there. And it is amazing.
You still tip them though, right?
As someone who's been a pizza delivery driver, I drive for DoorDash every now and then. You don't have to make small talk with them. You just give them the tip, take your food, and shut the door.
I would much rather stare at my window like secretive and watch them put the food down and then walk away and me be like, yes, I got food. And then run out there and get it when he leaves. I wait for them to get in the car because I don't want that moment where they're like, oh, that's the weirdo that doesn't want me here. So
if I ever DoorDash, I'm going to knock on the door, go around the corner. DoorDash for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock on the door, go around the corner, and go, wait until you open the door, and then, ooh!
Well,
see, I'm more of the mind, and I'm more of a social person, a social butterfly, if you will. I like having conversations when they come to the door, and some things that I would like to do that I haven't done yet I would do them because I would think that they would go back to their work and either be happy or just go up to their friends and be like, "You're never going to believe this. I knocked on this guy's door. He opened up and I went to hand him his pizza and he just stuck his head out and smelled me." And to me, those interactions are important for those people because their job sucks. And if they have a good story to tell, like he wasn't wearing his shirt and he was playing with his nipples the entire time and smelling me while I was trying to hand him his pizza, I made that person's life better, in my opinion. And now I want to order a pizza so I can do that.
I want to order a pizza too because I'm hungry. But no, see, porn has lied to me. Just want to let you know. There's a whole franchise of movies and scenes that say that pizza delivery drivers will get laid. No, that's never happened to me before. What has happened is I've waited 10, 15 minutes because someone ordered a pizza and they decided to get it on and finish before they opened the door because they came out in their bathrobes.
See, I can say that you can only say that applies to Oklahoma. This may be a location problem.
I delivered in Dallas too. So.
Well, if it didn't happen in Dallas, I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Everything's huge. Everything's bigger in Texas. I don't know how that applies, but that's a saying, and I used it. All right. What else is going on out in the world?
I don't know.
I got some news, but I'm gonna have to hold on to it for a minute.
Okay.
I bought a kayak.
You did.
I want one so bad.
$249 at a cat.
That ain't a bad deal, man. That ain't a bad deal at all. It's a nice looking kayak too.
Yeah.
I've only seen it sitting up on your car, but
Oh, tomorrow when I I plan on making a whole feature film of me
very
pulling
nice
it out of the storage unit. And
maybe we will put that on the highly illogical social networking stuff, and our fans can see your kayak as well.
If you'd like to see Buddha in a bit of a boat, check out our social media in a bitty boat.
So, another deadly item has come through from Asia. Besides my fluffy self who's come from Asia, there's been coronavirus lately, and now, welcome to level 5 of Jumanji, murder hornets, which can be up to 2 inches long. And they kill regular bees. They kill hives of regular bees. So they're here. They're not only deadly to, they're here. They're not in Oklahoma, but like Seattle. They've had some in California. They're moving this way.
That it's wanting to fight somebody.
What?
What happened? What I missed?
Something about fighting somebody. I don't know. So murder hornets.
I'm just playing around. Go ahead.
These are.
Not only are they harmful to us, but they're harmful to actual honeybees, and they're killing.
To the population.
Yeah, and we already have too few honeybees anyway, and we need those guys. I like honey.
Now, are we 100% they're murder hornets though? I mean, did they just get a bad attorney? And I mean,
well, they had Johnny Cochran.
Oh, well, it ain't too bad. I mean, if the stinger doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Ouch.
We just aged ourselves right there.
No, but seriously though, like, do they kill people?
Yeah, they kill people. Man. They kill other bees. They kill animals.
It's gonna be like
although what they're saying is you have to be like attacked by more than one of them. It's not like one's going to come up and that's going to be the end of you.
Yeah, that's true. There's a YouTube video out that I saw a few days ago, which I didn't pull it up because I have something else pulled up, of a guy intentionally getting stung by one, and he's like the welt was like that big,
Holy
like
crap!
3 inches in diameter, and then his arm seized up. He couldn't move his arm or anything. So that's some and he was screaming like a
like a what?
You
could say it. You could say it. He's
screaming
like a what?
He was screaming like a little bitch.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing.
For you kids at home, that is a female dog.
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. What about bees? There are people allergic to bees, and if I know anything, it's from My Girl, and that movie traumatized me. And where's their bad rap? Where's their bad rap?
There's a meme on that too.
Oh yeah.
With him.
Let's not talk about it if it's the one I think it is.
It is.
Oh,
sorry.
It's so sad.
It's
the saddest movie on TV.
It really is.
It's not in history. There's some pretty sad movies. That's
the saddest
top tier
movie in childhood in our.
There we go.
I don't know if it's. I don't know.
I accidentally watched The Boy in Striped Pajamas, so I won't put it on top. But
yeah, I think when the horse died in The Never-Ending Story,
that's pretty sad. Yeah, but
gutted me.
I don't know, it
still gets to me.
I
cry.
The part where she's like, "He can't see without his glasses,"
No. Oh, thanks for that.
Oh God.
Thanks. This has just gone from being a funny podcast to being just horribly sad. Thanks, bud.
Horribly sad. You had to go there. Oh my gosh, that was harsh. Well. I'm done with this segment. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with this segment.
Oh my God.
All right, let's move on.
I can't believe you used that.
I know, right? I told Megan when I got it, I said, he's going to be so pissed. He's going to be so pissed.
I am not Mexican.
I didn't say you were, and this is just
You've got a sombrero up there.
Okay, so this is invention time, but we don't have a song for it yet because we haven't created it. So, do you guys know?
Invention time.
No, wait a minute.
Would you like to hear an invention of mine?
Aw.
Okay. So I was thinking, because the name Invention Time came from my wife, who was thinking about Adventure Time. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Adventure Time.
Love it. Love it.
But the song is like, Adventure Time, come and get your friends. And so I was thinking, Invention Time, come and get your friends. Let's go to Invention Time, and then Invention Time. I don't know. What do you guys think?
It needs work.
Let's all sing it, though. Let's all sing it. All right.
No.
We're all singing.
Oh, gray mare just ain't what she used to be. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah.
I blacked out.
All right. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, and just follow me, okay? 1, 2, 3. Invention Time. Tom. We got to make you an intro. All right.
It's fine with that one right now.
Oh, come on. Oh, well, okay. All right. Well, we'll have a special one ready at some point. Like Mr. Invention Time, what you got for us?
So, I was talking to a friend of mine, and well, actually, I was reading my Facebook feed, and one of my friends, Bailey, showed up, and she's, saying she's going to go fishing with her daughters, and all she's doing is, sitting on a chair. She's not fishing. I was like, why, why aren't you fishing? She's like, it's windy outside. I was like, with the right equipment, that shouldn't matter. I mean, if it's that windy, if you, attach a potato gun to your fishing rod, you can still cast it about 300 meters, with the right, And so I came up with the idea that I want to do something like that. But right now I can't figure out, because I want to scale down an actual potato gun.
Yeah.
And somehow keep the flexibility of a fishing pole. Because I don't want something like what I'm about to show you guys, which is, just a potato gun shooting off lures, and then they use a fishing rod.
Okay.
Let me show you somewhat of the idea that I had.
Okay. Let's see. For the audio listeners.
Now, is this TM here? Are you trademarked?
Not yet.
Okay, so they're putting a potato in.
With it so far.
They're having some trouble.
No. We're sticking the lure in.
Oh, okay.
Now this isn't the one you were that I told you about that you were complaining because he froze the lure.
Yeah. This looks pretty interesting. This is more what I think I envisioned.
No, wait, they cheated. The fish is already attached to the hook.
Oh.
That poor fish.
They just mush it in there.
He's making a slushy.
I don't know what's going to be worse, that poking it down in there or blasting it off.
Ready. Aim.
What is he doing? Priming it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's putting a hairspray in it so it'll ignite.
That looks like the most dangerous contraption to hand to your child.
You see? You can get some really good distance.
Okay.
Now, if we could, make that to where it's all just, one piece.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, without, I want to, say that,
okay.
Without losing, where the gas is, without losing gas because there's a hole drilled in the cylinder.
You're losing. That's not efficient. You're losing. I get what you're saying. You want to make it more efficient, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Efficient for the fishing.
Now, that's where Papa comes in. Okay.
No.
You told me about this. That all fair warning. Now, normally when we'll do this segment, I won't be so prepared probably. But you shared with me this idea. We had arguments with it before. If you listen to our preview, that was part of it. So this is what I've come up with, and I think you guys will be pleased with it. It is one of these. There it is. T-shirt launcher. Okay. So what I'm thinking is you'd get like a rag or something, an old towel or something, and something to, maybe with a string or something you could retrieve it. I don't know how this will work. Anyways,
possibly a reel.
Load this thing up. It's got a tank thing on there. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a
CO2 tank.
Yeah, it's like for a paintball gun, and you just boom and fire out your lure. I was thinking,
but look at the price of that T-shirt launcher, $1,300. I'm
plus
talking about
$30
something
shipping. Don't forget the shipping.
I'm talking about something that I can build for like $30-$40 and charge $120, and we get a lot of profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the mechanics on this don't look like they'd be that hard to kind of
I've got
fabricate
a paintball
yourself.
gun. I've got a paintball gun.
Yeah, see?
we could cannibalize.
Repurpose. I like it.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was my idea. Of course, yes, it is very expensive and it's not very worth it. But it is what it is.
It's invention time, not good inventions.
Yeah, not good invention time. So.
Oh,
Tune
Buddha.
in next week when I have something totally different.
Yeah, exactly. So, with that being said, if you had a working so if you had a working device that, let's say, it fired lures or it fired fish or whatever, I don't know.
It fired fish.
Oh, they're hooked, Anyways, and it fired them far. It did a good job. Got way out there. Do you think if you took that to Shark Tank, are they going to purchase this thing?
Yeah, because Mark Cuban would. He's a sportsman.
No, your audience or your audience. Words. Don't worry about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm over here in
as
my own
long
world.
as I have proof that I can get it out there and I can catch a fish.
You could do on Shark Tank is you could go out there and you could take your launcher and pack it with like tiny mackerel, right? And they're the sharks. So you go out there, boom, and you fire it at them, and mackerel just flies everywhere. And you could, they're the sharks, so they would appreciate it. You're like a feeding frenzy.
That's a slice of fried solid gold, bud.
No.
Oh.
No. No.
Well, okay.
No.
Okay. Well, that was just my thought about it. I don't know.
I like it. It's a good idea. It's working out the kinks to where it's practical. I understand that.
Yeah.
Because where it's reloadable and then all that.
It's reloadable and you got to make it. If I want it to be all one piece, I got to make it flexible too, because a potato launcher isn't flexible. So.
Well, like they were doing in that video, I still think you just take the potato launcher and then you have your pole.
I can't make money off of that.
Okay. So you got your potato launcher pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I will say that I think maybe you're thinking too small, because you know what you're almost onto. Think Batman.
Grappling.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
There we go. Got him thinking now. I'm your muse.
I think, I don't know. I think it would be fun. That the fun factor of it would be the thing for me, because you could get almost the same thing by like rigging a drone to just take your line out. Somehow dropping
They have those.
I know. I'm just saying you could, but that's not quite as fun as launching fish out into the water.
Just love that you keep going back to your launching fish.
That's what they did in the video.
True. Oh,
no,
it
was a lure.
It
was a lure that they were using.
I
It
don't
wasn't
know.
fish.
That totally that first part was a lure. The first part that went in was a lure. That second part they put in totally looked
That
like
didn't look
they
like a
just
fish.
stuck a mackerel in there.
That's what it looked like to me. Poor thing. I
And then
hope
ramrodded
it.
Take the ramrod out. Get in there, fish. I hope nobody saw me do that.
Now I have nightmare. Now I'm getting a vision of like whenever WKRP did that episode of the chicken drop or the turkey drop. It was a Thanksgiving episode, and they thought it would be a good idea to drop turkeys from a helicopter.
Live?
Flightless birds.
It was no, they were dead. They were dead. I mean, it's WKRP, the TV show.
Turkeys do fly, don't they? I'm a dummy. Yeah. I was thinking chickens.
WKRP, the old TV show back in the 70s, early 80s.
Sure.
Oh, you guys weren't alive.
I wasn't alive then.
Nope, 82.
Shut
Sorry.
No, but were they frozen?
Why always have to be the oldest? What?
Were they frozen?
Yeah, they were frozen turkeys.
Oh God, that's like projectiles.
Look up WKRP turkey drop on YouTube. It shows up all the time on Thanksgiving because it's hilarious.
Okay, I have to check that out.
And make sure you cut out me saying something about turkeys being flightless because
yeah,
it's not a thing.
Oh man, we've got the power of editing on our side. Don't you worry. I won't highlight it.
Okay, here's a mental image that you guys can relate to. When Tim was trying to cook fish in the dishwasher on Home Improvement.
Oh, I was.
Oh,
I was like, I don't remember this story.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, I'm pretty positive that never happened.
You guys never watched Home Improvement?
I watched it. I just don't remember every episode.
Wasn't a fan. I watched a little bit, but never got into it.
Jeez.
We're such disappointments to you.
Yeah.
You call yourselves nerds.
Let's move on to our next segment.
There you go. Get it with the Buddha.
Yeah. Hang on. I love that intro.
That is amazing. This is an amazing intro. I'm honored.
Really?
Welcome to my segment, Florida Man. This is where I bring you up-to-date news. Not really up-to-date, within the week news about Florida, our favorite wacky little state here in the US of A. And those wacky guys have something going on all the time, and we're going to talk about it on this podcast. Let's go ahead and go into my first news report. Headline: Whoops! Florida man backs Cadillac into and on top of two parked cars. A Florida man hit reverse and used a couple of parked cars to get a much better view. Tampa area TV station WTSP reports. The incident happened in Citrus County in a bank parking lot when the driver backed a Cadillac into and up on top of two cars, according to Citrus County Sheriff's Office. The station said the sheriff's office wasn't sure how it happened, but that the driver backed out of a SunTrust drive-through, then over a curb onto the street. He turned the wheel to end up going back up onto the curb, back into the parking lot, and ended up on two cars. The crash is still under investigation, deputies are told by the station. Thoughts?
Wow.
Damn.
Now back to you, Trevor.
So you guys can't see it, but I'm pulling it over here. I've got the picture pulled up on the screen. It's the article, and my God, that's a nice Cadillac.
Right?
Share it.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow. That takes talent.
That does. He had to go up the side of that other car, or no, he backed over it, didn't he?
Yeah.
You think he was in a monster truck?
What the heck? You know that's not a cheap car too. That Cadillac alone is like
that's
$50,000-$60,000 car at least.
Yeah.
Good
okay.
Lord.
Now I would like to put a caveat in here. I am in no way making fun of all Floridians. I have nothing against Florida. I used to live in Alabama. I would visit there often, and great people. One or two of them.
Yeah.
And
well, it's in the name of the
love
segment.
Florida.
It's Florida Man. We're not talking about the women there. We're talking about the men.
Yeah, I love Florida and the Keys.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, I like the Keys.
But yeah, no. Just the wacky stuff that goes on over there.
That's great. I love it.
We are not going to get any Florida fans.
No.
So
But
speculations on what happened?
Oh, okay. So my speculation is, well, I mean, I would like to take the easy route and just say alcohol. But I don't know. I'm gonna say that he was 6 days sober, and it was more of a frustration thing. This is what I'm picturing in my head is like he went in there, tried to get something done, and a Floridian behind the counter had to just go ahead and mess everything up for this guy who really, really wants a drink. And he just couldn't take it anymore. Just walked out, got in his car, and decided he was going to leave. Went the wrong direction. That just made him mad, or even more mad, frustrated him even more. So he tried to correct that. Came back up onto the curb. Came back onto two cars. And yeah, I think that's the gist of what happened.
Where was he leaving from?
Happened.
Where was he leaving from?
It was a bank called something. Hold on, I gotta pull that up
So
now.
this is okay. This is my theory.
Go ahead.
He was applying for a payday loan and got turned down
Oh.
because he needed to make a car payment. So what he did
Yeah.
was he backed up, wrecked into the other cars, tries to blame it on them, but they're witnesses. So he could get the insurance money to make the car payment.
You know what? I think that's more valid than my theory.
Okay. So I've been thinking about it, and I like the whole payday loan thing. So I'm a steal that from you. But he got the payday loan. He got the payday loan, but this man is terrified of alligators, and he's in Florida. So guess what he did? He got in his car, and an alligator snuck in. So it scared him. Like for me, the other day, there was a spider in my truck, and I almost died because it was like, it hung right in my face. It was tiny.
Uh-huh.
And I was not paying attention to the road because I was... And so...
You were applauding the spider?
Yeah, I was trying to kill it. I was trying to kill it. And I almost died. So I think he saw the alligator, freaked out. He already had it in reverse because, he was pulling out of that parking lot. And he tried to hit the brakes. But, of course, there's another pedal right next to it. And he accidentally hit that one. It's really the animal's fault. This is an act of nature.
I have often thought there are far too many pedals in cars.
Or
Murder
hornets.
Nah.
I don't know.
Not in Florida yet.
I don't know how.
I don't think they're in Florida yet.
Maybe they took the car and they're trumping charges on him because they've had charges on them, and now they're getting back at humans.
Okay.
Come on.
Now that just went out there, dude.
Oh. Anyways. Well, I like my idea. So
mine was just to give the guy the benefit of the doubt of not being an alcoholic, which I assume he was.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably a practicing one from the looks of things. I just don't know how you
get up on the cars like that. That's amazing. That's talent.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah, I mean, you almost feel like he got so far, or could have only gotten so far, without eventually him going, well, if I'm here this far, I need to go ahead and push him a little further.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. I could only imagine he was up on, like, the first car's, like, the hood, and he was like, well, okay. Just went. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, we have some other things going on in the pipeline. I think Tim and I are going to kind of connect together this next week and maybe get a game or something going. And we have some ideas for the YouTube series. So definitely check us out over there on YouTube. And yeah, I'm gonna call, like, normally we'll all have like a normal segment, but for this is our inaugural episode. We are the founders of Highly Illogical, and I feel like to start off this episode, it should just be us three, because it's not always going to be us three. It's not always going to be, there might be somebody stepping in, or we might have guests, and that's always, that's awesome. But for this inaugural episode, I thought it was important to have just us. I really feel like that in this time of everybody, social distancing, having a hard time, being entertained, or just finding that, life sucks at the moment. Hopefully we can bring a little joy to everybody out there. I'm calling this my daddy moment. So, which you guys really we're kind of like, oh. So this is what I was talking about. I feel like that this show is something special, and I really hope that you guys listening feel the same way. We wouldn't do it without you guys, and so I hope you guys kind of join us for the ride, and find us on Facebook. It's a Highly Illogical Pod. You can find us on YouTube under Highly Illogical, Twitter under Illogical Pod. We will be on Instagram very shortly. I'm not sure why we don't have one yet.
Because I have a day job.
I know. We all have other things going on. I'm just giving you our time. We will have a website at some point. Things are going to go well. We have our podcast. We will have Highly Illogical Gaming. We'll have other things in the pipeline. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to get some guests on our show, and so I'm sending out feelers this weekend. So see what we can get. So.
Somebody emailed Neil deGrasse Tyson.
You never know, man.
I'm ambitious.
You're ambitious. I was gonna shoot a little lower for that, but I'll leave that one up to you. You can send those emails. So, find him, Barack Obama, all of them. see what they say. You never know. But yeah, no, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the show. This, like I said before, you can find us on, all the podcasting networks. Our show will come out every Saturday. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a fun ride. You guys have anything you want to add?
I'm going to start parking lot reviews of restaurants. I'm going to start rating their parking lots and putting them on our YouTube page.
There you go.
No, I'm going to rate their food. The local Oklahoma restaurants.
I like the parking lot idea. Actually, I think I may take that idea and run with it. 7-Eleven's gonna get a horrible review with me. I hate 7-Eleven. But anyways,
y'all need Quick Trip up there.
Yeah. We've got another big one. I can't think of the name of it though, off the top of my head. Big gas. I typically don't go to the big chain gas stations. I go to the little guys, like family.
I'm waiting for Buc-ee's to come to Oklahoma.
Buc-ee's, man, that'd be awesome. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us. You'll see us next week. We'll bigger about.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yep. See ya.
The awkward silence. It's good stuff.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Highly Illogical Podcast. Joining me today... Oh, fuck mine. Good Lord. All right. My screen is going nuts, too.
Take 3. Whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Co-hosting. Yeah.